Shalom. Barak to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Makakadash. All praises and glories definitely due, especially in the times we're living in. Much respects to the apostles and others of Great Millstone, and to all the brothers out there doing the work. I'd say Shalom. All right. We're going to title this pretty much Build Back Better, all right, which is a short video here, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. And basically what you're watching is basically the pride of Esau, all right? But there's a lot to that, people. And very simply, they shall build, but the Most High and his son, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, will throw down. You got that? And where do we read that? Malachi 1 and 4, where the Lord calls him the border of wickedness. All right? He tells you they shall build, but that he will throw down. Okay? And that they're a people, a nation, whom he have indignation, which is righteous anger, forever with them. Do you understand that? What backs that up? Romans 9:13. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Okay? You can't get away from this. Okay? To deny the word of the Lord is to deny him. All right? Esau is rebelling against the Lord. As a matter of fact, to simplify it for you, all right, the Edomites represent the left-hand side of the Lord. And what they are doing, as you well know, there's no physical third temple being built in Jerusalem. Okay? And you've heard a lot of rumors and nonsense and fairy tales about such. There's no, temple being built out there. Okay? The third temple is spiritually being built by the right-hand side. All right? The true followers of Yahweh Shai, the Mashiach. Okay? Who are Israelites. Okay? Made up of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Plus we have, all right, those that are scattered into the other nations that look like those nations, speak in that nation's tongue, but nonetheless, they're Israelites by the seed of their fathers because we were scattered into all Gentile heathen nations. You understand? So don't get it twisted. Keep it real. Anyway, what they're doing on the left-hand side is the Tower of Babel. All right? It goes back to Nimrod. Okay? The Tower of Babel. All right? That's what they're building. They're Satanists. They're Luciferians. All right? They want to bring in their new world order. Okay? Which spiritually is the Tower of Babel. You understand? They are rebelling against the Most High. They are opposed to the Most High. Do you understand? All right? And hopefully you'll have better understanding when we're done with this lesson. Let's get with the video, and we're going to get right into the lesson. All right? Shalom.
It's a very pertinent question to ask, how do we build back better?
To build back better or whatever.
We have a chance to reset the clock and build back better than before.
To build back better than before.
Remember the terrible damage of COVID as we try to build back from this global pandemic.
Joe Biden calls it build back better.
Build back better.
Building back better.
To do things differently. To build back better.
We're going to build it back better.
to my plan to build back better.
Start taking all the problems that have been created in education, mental health, and start to build back in a positive way.
I have launched a booklet called Build Back Better, written after coronavirus.
It's about building this country back better.
Growing conspiracy following it. It is called the Great Reset.
Unprecedented opportunity to rethink and reset the ways in which we live.
The great opportunity for reset.
The theory even calls Mr. Biden's campaign slogan, Build Back Better, a front for the conspiracy.
Build back better. Building back better our economy.
Build back better.
All elements of the Great Reset are fundamental to building the future we need.
This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset.
It's a big effort some would say to build back better. We would say to really have a great reset.
Conspiracy, conspiracy.
All right, give me a minute. All right, you saw the video, and you see that's all about their pride, and many scriptures came to my mind. All right, I don't know about y'all, but, you know, those of us in this truth, that's what happens. Many scriptures come to mind. All right, now, what you are witnessing is their pride and witnessing an enchantment. Okay? All right? Let's see here. Let's go to Obadiah right here, where we're at, verse 3 and 4, which is just one chapter. What does it say here? The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. That's where they come from. That's where the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, right? Caucasus, that's where you get the word Caucasian from, okay? Which means cave dweller, all right? And they'll tell you that themselves, all right? Because that's where they come from, all right? And Petra, Mount Seir. Petra means rock, all right? So the clefts of the rock, right? Mount Seir, also known as Petra, all right? That's where the Edomites are from, okay? Southeast of Israel, all right? Matter of fact, it's been in the Indiana Jones movie. I think the one where Sean Connery is playing the father of Indiana Jones. That's where the cup is being held, supposedly. You know, the cup of the Hamashiach, all right? And it's also been in one of the Transformer movies. I forget which one that was, all right? Anyway, so the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. There's skyscrapers, all right? That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You see that? There's his pride. Right there. Put forward, okay? Manifested by the Lord to you, all right? And remember that the Lord made him to be what he is. All right? He's the wicked. You'll see that. All right? For thou exalt thyself as the eagle. What's the eagle? That's an allegory. That's symbolism. That's the symbolism of the Edomites, the nation of Edom. Look at all these Edomite nations. This goes back to their Greco-Roman empires. Okay? Who else has the eagle on their flags? Okay? And on their arms, all right? Well, again, they're prideful about their arms, all right? England, right? Great Britain, the British, the French, Spain, right? Germany, right? France, England, Spain, Germany, America, okay? Do you understand? Edomite nations, all right? And though I set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. You see that? They never went to the moon. Okay? What's his name? The great director, Stanley Kramer. All right? Who directed many films. Okay? He did that film, about the bomb, with Peter Sellers and George C. Scott. And I forget the actor that at the end of the movie, he's riding the ICBM missile. I think it's Slim Pickens is his name. All right. So that was Stanley Kramer, right? And he admitted before he died, you could find this on YouTube on a video. He admitted that he filmed, the moon landing in '69. It was all filmed. And many people already knew about it. All right? Okay? Anyway, let's move on here, shall we? So what else came to mind? Let's, this God complex. Let's prove to you about that, all right? Let's go to Isaiah, all right? Let's go to Isaiah 14, all right? 12. Okay, let's see here. We'll pick it up here, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? All right. Now, a precept comes to mind. What is that? Luke 10 and 18. Give me a minute. And what does it say here? Luke 10 and 18. And I beheld Satan. And again, this is not talking about the spiritual entity Satan, because Satan means adversary. This is talking about the human counterpart here on earth. This is talking about Esau. So I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven. That means falling out of his power, because he's in his heaven. He's in the power seat. You people understand? Give me a minute. All right, so that's how it gives you understanding when you read this in Isaiah 14. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? And Lucifer, again, is not talking about Satan. Lucifer means light bearer. And they are the light bearers on the left-hand side, the Illuminati, the international banking families, Rothschilds, Oppenheimers, Rockefellers, etc., etc. 13 families in all. That's your cabal, that's your shadow government. And it'll prove that as you read down, when you get to verse 16, it'll tell you it's talking about man. All right? Anyway, we're going to end this here. We'll pick it up in part 2. We'll be right back with part 2. Shalom.